Good day everyone, my name is Christine Anglia, BSM2, and for today's video, I will be discussing to you some of the topics that have been given to me and do my best to explain it to you. So the tourism industry plays a pivotal role in global economies. Today, tourism is the largest employer and generator of foreign exchange in this, especially vital for the economic growth of developing countries that strive to attract visitors from all around the world to explore their cultural and natural treasures. However, the importance of tourism lies not only in the substantial economic benefit it brings, but also in the opportunity for cultural exchange that it offers. Tourism brings together people from different backgrounds, cultures, and traditions. Tourists share their experiences and memories about places they visited and people they met, which helps promote peace and tolerance. This puts tourism at the forefront of economic sectors as a catalyst for peace, prosperity, and economic growth. The rapid growth of tourism and hospitality in the 20th century has produced both problems and benefits for destination countries. It has had visible impacts on the socio-cultural and socio-economic environment. Tourism brings both positive and negative impacts in tourist destinations. The traditionally described domains of tourism impacts are economic, socio-cultural, and environmental dimensions tourism. Environmental impacts can have both direct effects, including degradation of habitat, vegetation, air quality, bodies of water, the water table, wildlife, and changes in natural phenomena, and also indirect effects such as increased harvesting of natural resources to supply food, indirect air and water pollution, including from flight, transport, and the manufacture of food and souvenirs for tourists. Tourism can generate positive or negative impacts under three main categories: economic, social, and environmental. These impacts are analyzed using data gathered by businesses, governments, and industry organizations. Nowadays, it is a common debate that whether the negative impacts of tourism on culture outweighs its positive benefits. Some people say it is really hard to measure that how much culture is being damaged by the tourism or how much culture is being protected due to the involvement of many socio-cultural and socio-economic variables together in tourism. From the extensive literature survey, it is found that the tourists or tourism enterprises and hosts are jointly responsible not solely for damaging or keeping a culture. So let's talk about the impact of tourism and hospitality on culture. Acculturation is defined as those changes that occur in a culture through borrowing from other cultures. Cultural convergence is the tendency of world cultures, to become more alike. So here are the positive effects hospitality on culture of tourism and hospitality. One is the mobility, which is a prerequisite of tourism and hospitality. It's necessary for different social groups, nationalities, and cultures to meet and interact. Next is cross-cultural. Communications between tourists and their hosts may promote changes in local culture while preserving or revitalizing local ethnic and cultural identity. The two main purposes for cultural model villages is to provide a location where visitors may observe and participate in a particular culture without disrupting the everyday life of the people who live in the area, and also to portray the past history of the area. Here are some issues in tourism and hospitality: marketing issues, legal, human resources issues, operating issues, and consumer affair issues. Marketing, changing demographics of issues. The population of developed countries is aging. Continuing growth in the number of people traveling for personal rather than for business purposes, and growth in the number of international travelers. So legal issues. A is a liquor liability. Legislators have responded by lowering the levels of blood alcohol in which an individual is considered intoxicates and by increasing penalties on offenders. It is imposed on the serving alcoholic beverages. U.S. state new regulations have U.S. made the discounting of drinks of new regulations, then so-called happy hour illegal. In several states, establishments and their owners can be held financially accountable if they serve alcoholic beverages to an intoxicated individual who caused damage or injury after leaving the establishment. Human resources issues. One of these is the sexual harassment. Sexual harassment may be defined as unwelcome sexual advances, requests, or sexual favors, and other verbal or physical conduct of sexual nature that takes place. The operations issues. Automations is the process of using electronic and mechanical equipment and machinery to complete some or all of the tasks associated with a given enterprise. The two primary reasons for automating an enterprise are to increase the speed of work and to reduce the cost of work. So the last issue is about the consumer affairs issue. Fire safety. During the 28th century, hotels, motels, and other lodging establishments have instituted many changes, among which are improvements in design and construction as well as improvements in the fire control system installed in buildings. Examples: the electronic smoke detectors, automatic system to summon fire departments, and sprinkler systems. At present, individual room ventilation is installed to avoid the danger. So I guess that's all for today. Again, my name is Christine Angolia, and thank you so much for watching this video.